Hi, Patrick parents and families. I am so excited about the new school year. I'm Stephanie Stewart. If I didn't get to meet you at open house, I'm the proud principal here at Patrick, and I wanted to bring to you just a few back to school important reminders. First of all, we had a wonderful open house. Thank you for attending. There was such positive excitement and buzz in the air. We cannot wait to get started with your students tomorrow. I want to remind you that we will have a staggered start. On Wednesday, our kindergarten, first grade, and special education self-contained students, and they know who they are, will start on Wednesday in person. Second, third, fourth, and fifth grade on Wednesday will be digital. On Thursday, all of our students are back in the building, so we will continue to have K1 and self-contained and also add second through fifth grade on Thursday. I want to make you aware of some safety updates and a new procedure that we are using for checking ID here at Patrick. We have always asked you for your official identification upon entry to the building, and we've always, or at least in the last many years, we have used a visitor management buzz-in system. We will continue to use those things, but we are adding a step this year. I want you to be aware that you will be asked to show your official identification, like your Georgia driver's license, in the camera in addition to in person. So when they greet you at the door, welcome to Patrick, how can I help you? We're going to ask you to show your ID on the camera, and then you will be buzzed in, and then you also need to offer the front desk clerk your official identification when you state your purpose for your visit. This will take longer and it will be slower than we are used to, but it is a recommended safety procedure from our SRO, and the purpose of that is to keep any potential threat outside of the building. So we are definitely going to be a little bit slower, so bring your patience with you and know that we appreciate that as we make sure that we are doing everything possible to keep your precious children as safe as they possibly can be. I want to remind you, if you don't have ID, you will not be allowed entry into the building. No ID, no entry. We are only accepting real IDs. You cannot have a picture of your ID on your cell phone and that actually count. You have to bring your real ID with you, and we want to make sure that you know that in advance so you can plan ahead and have the proper identification. We are continuing to run IDs through our Raptor system, and that is the system that cross-checks all people who enter into the building against the National Sex Offender Registry. It's just another safety step to make sure that only the right people and people who have business in the school are in our building. I want to talk to you about the first day of school. The first day of school is filled with excitement, and sometimes parents want to walk their child to class on the first day of school. We do allow that only on your child's first in-person school day. So K and 1 and self-contained special education students, you may be walked by your parent to class on Wednesday. All other students can do this on Thursday. However, I want to encourage you to allow your child to enter the building without you if possible. If you think your child just needs this, or maybe mom and dad, you really need to do that to feel good about the day, just know you will still need to follow the regular sign-in procedure that I just described with showing your ID, and of course you'll, as usual, get a visitor's badge. You'll walk straight to class, say goodbye at the door, and then exit the building immediately. This is only for the first day of school. After that, we're not walking students to class. I want you to know that there will be a line on the first day of school on Wednesday and on Thursday, depending on which in-person day is your first day. There will be a line, so expect delays. Please bring your patience with you as we make sure we're keeping everyone safe. Another change this year is we are one-to-one with student devices. That means every child in our building will have a Chromebook issued to them, much like we issue a textbook or check out a library book. Only school-issued Chromebooks will be used for instruction at school. So even if you have a nice new laptop You may use that at home, but you may not use it at school. We do not have a BYOD network for students anymore. So all students must use their Chromebook for school work. And then, of course, in grades 3 through 5, they can take it back and forth as they need to for homework as well. Cell phones. I want to talk to you a moment about that. Again, we do not have a BYOD network, and cell phones are simply a distraction to the instructional environment, especially in elementary school. They really don't need one, so please keep those at home. If you feel like your child absolutely must have one for before or after care reasons, that phone has to be powered off and in their book bag throughout the school day, including arrival and dismissal. Students are not allowed to use cell phones at school. If there's an emergency or they're sick or they need to call home for any reason, if they miss the bus, we have a process for adults to make those calls and to help your child, so don't worry. Okay, transportation. Thank you for allowing your child to ride the bus. We are excited about our bus riders, and that is the most efficient way to get to and from school. However, we do have some car riders, and if you opt to do car riders, I want you to be reminded about one particular change in car riders this year. We need to do afternoon fire drills throughout the year periodically in addition to morning, and in years past we have parents who will line up sometimes as much as 2 and 2.5 hours early for car riders. That is blocking an exit, and it is impeding our ability to have a proper fire drill in the afternoon. So starting on the first day of school, there's no afternoon lineup in car riders until 2:15. That allows us to get in any afternoon fire drill and still allows our afternoon car rider parents plenty of time to be in line. We are not starting car riders until 2:45 each day. In the morning, just remember, especially if you have a new student or you're new to Patrick, your child needs to be sitting on the right side of the vehicle so that when they pull up in car riders, he or she may exit easily from the right side directly onto the sidewalk. Students are not allowed to exit out of the left door and walk in between moving vehicles. That is definitely a safety concern. So students exit to the right, and parents, another safety concern is you walking between moving cars or holding up the line significantly by getting out of your car. So parents, please stay in the car, and if you need a reminder on any of those car rider tips, they are on our website. The car rider agreement is on our website, and those of you who have a car rider number already, you have already signed the agreement to those processes and procedures. So please see that if you have any questions. I want to remind you that we are focused on a safe, warm, nurturing, and loving teaching and learning environment. We are excited about what the new school year brings, and we cannot wait to get started with your child. Here is to a wonderful new year, and if we can be of any service to you, please do not hesitate to contact the front office. Thank you and have a wonderful day.